So how you guys doing today? Welcome back to Mango Podcasts, Mango Studios, where we just be talking about anything fashion related, music related, creativity in general related. Um, it's just a safe space and a free space for all of us as creatives, just to get our minds off things and just to just to talk um, our different opinions and different viewpoints of everything. So today, my topic of discussion is fashion psychology. And I chose this topic specifically just because of the simple fact that I'm a big fashion head. And, it's something that you're passionate about. And I truly believe if you do things that you're passionate about, and it just comes so much easier to talk about, to research about. It's nothing to, it doesn't feel like work. It feels just like at ease. But with that being said, the fashion psychology of aspects and things, fashion psychology, some people say it's a sign language. I would only say that because although it is true, um, it's like it's like a silent language only due to the self-expression. Even if you as a person are not necessarily trying to express yourself the way you're trying to express yourself, it may come across that you're trying to put out this message or this view or this perception of you based on how you dress, even if you are not as a specific as a person at heart, a fashion person, or someone who cares about looks, or someone who cares about all of that. Whatever you wear still has a perception, still says something about you, you know, whether that was your intention or whether it's not. I mean, if fashion wasn't something that we talked about or something that wasn't part of us, we would see people walking around naked right now, right? Since it's not something that it's a big deal or whatever. But like I said, it's a fashion, it's a psychology, it's a silent language. Take for instance how we can put one person in clothes that are like baggy, oversized t-shirt, chains, dreads, piercings, all of that, right? And put them in this picture, and they might be perceived as someone who's like very big into music, creativity, rock, the punk aesthetic, and just pushing that boundaries consistently. Take the same very person and put them in a business suit, put them in a business suit, a tied up t-shirt, a hat, a jacket, a blazer, proper shoes, proper jeans that fit them well. And you might have the perception of this person as, oh, it's a businessman. He takes care of a businessman, a businesswoman, takes care of himself this type of way. They seem confident, seems like, it just has a different perception, but yet they could be still the same exact person. Fashion can speak 1,000 words without you even trying or what you put on. There's a study where they looked into private schools, right, where kids go to, and they see what they wear and they see what they dress, and they see that they all put them in the same school uniform. But this only just to show is because how they don't want kids to be like classifying each other based on the clothes that they wear. Psychologically, kids might not be aware of that, but psychologically it does that to them because they're not be aware of, oh, I'm wearing this and he's not wearing this, so that means I have more money at home than him, or they're driving this and they're driving that, so that means I have more money. That's why they put them in all the same clothes and make them take away being able to put each other in different classes and different social statuses, if that makes sense. That's why they decide to put them all together in the same school uniform and the same things and things. So everybody just gets to know each other on the same plane level and doesn't look at someone above each other or below each other. That's the psychology behind certain things. That's the psychology behind just even the fashion. It's the smallest things that you take into account that you would never really, understand or expect that speaks a million words. My fundamental in my communications class, even if my professor was telling us, he's like, even if you can speak to me without you having necessarily have to say words to me, in the same way, like if I look at you and you're yawning, that's my social cue to realize, oh, maybe they're tired, or maybe the class is boring me, or this or that, or maybe I look at the professor and I continues to nod my head. That shows I'm attentive. The same way with your clothes do. And clothes can speak 1,000 words for you without you even having to say anything. People can just get the perception of you this type of person or you this type of person just based on what you're wearing. That might not necessarily mean it's true, but it gives off a silent language. But yeah, this is just the first episode of Mango Studios, Mango Podcast. Our first topic is psychology, fashion psychology, and this is just a podcast and a YouTube channel about spreading creativity, all of our thoughts, all of our ideas, and just us as creatives just exploring and venturing out into new topics and new waves. So thank you. I'll leave my Instagram link in the description below. Thank you for listening and have a good day.